Hey Magic fans, welcome back. This is your captain speaking here for box 5 of draft boosters, and we're diving right in. If you watched the last video, then you know that the last box was pretty sweet, had pretty high value to it. But one thing I will mention as usual is we're still on the hunt for the black-white dragon because I have yet to get any. Other than the one full art one we found from a draft booster box. So, pretty sad. Makes me cry on the inside. I'm hoping to pull at least 2 or 3 of them here before we're done with these last 2 boxes, but just not looking like it's going to happen that way. I mean, I can always hope, but... Primal Command Mythic. Mythic number 1. Very nice. Unfortunately, Primal Command Mythic's not a real valuable one, but it is a Mythic nonetheless. It goes toward the Mythic count. Prismari Command, good value there, worth a couple bucks. So what are we going to talk about today on the channel as we go through this box of draft? Well, first let's get Mythic number 2, good old Blex, that's nice. First thing to do, let's get the shilling out of the way. As always, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, tell your friends and family, help support the channel, really do appreciate it. It helps me keep these up and posting videos so that people can watch these box openings. Also, it helps give the box EV so you guys know what it's worth to buy these cards or buy these boxes and what kind of value you can expect to get from it. Also, in the description is a link to the eBay store where you are more than welcome to buy these singles once they're posted online. And, oh, that's a nice Dark Ritual. Man, that's pretty. So first foil rare. Anyway, the link to the eBay store is where all these cards will be up for sale at one time or another. First come, first serve, so check it out first chance you get. Remember, as soon as I start doing these box openings, I do a couple of them in a row before I start posting them. That way I can start getting stuff up on eBay so I can start making money back, so I can start buying the next group of boxes. And that next set of boxes is going to be Modern Horizons 2. It's going to be expensive. I don't know how many people are going to do box openings, but I plan on opening quite a few. So be on the lookout for that. Nice. Mythic number 3. Numbral Juke, and nothing. So, moving on. Also in the description of the link, or description of the page, is the email for the store. If you feel like you want to reach out, talk to me about anything on the channel, news, information you may have, questions. I might even make a video if I get enough of them turned in and kind of go over any kind of question or query you may have about how the channel is run, what it's like to open boxes like this, kind of money value might be involved, or what it takes to actually start this chain going. Alright, regular Snarl. It looks like we got enough foil in there. God's willing. Just a foil Serpentine Curve. So, in other news, they've already started to talk about putting out questionnaires and surveys, I guess, about Commander number 2, which means they're talking about making a second printing of, we had Commander Legends last year, technically. It was a big hit, especially with the Jeweled Lotus. Set directed completely at the Commander section of the formats. It went over really well. Everybody really liked it. And of course, it sold well. So with that said, of course, they're going to try to, rare number 2, not too shabby. They're going to look into making more money. So they're already starting questionnaires about, hey, would you want a Commander 2? Otherwise known as a second printing of Commander, but with more cards made directly for the Commander format in general. And if you didn't know what was in the last one, we're talking about some big hitters. I mean, Jeweled Lotus, to name one. I mean, that thing was amazing, so be on the lookout for it. It's starting to make a little bit of an impact in Legacy, funny enough. There's actually a deck that lets you filter that mana through a rock, so you can actually use it as other mana for other things. It's not real consistent, but if it does pick up steam, it will be something to be noticed in the Legacy environment. As definitely a thing and a new Lotus that will actually be played. So that's always exciting. So with all those things said, I think a second Commander set would actually be kind of nice. Not a real big Commander fan myself, but I do appreciate all forms and formats inside of Magic. And I really did like the last Commander set. I mean, it was really hard to get the collector boosters and a few other things because of that. So I wasn't real fond of that, but I did like the set itself. I like the cards that were in it. I thought there's a lot of value in it. And I think everybody else is realizing that too. And so I think another commander set like Commander Legends 2 or kind of like Modern Horizons 2 or whatever, I don't think it's too far off. That may be what we get next year, or maybe in 2 years. I would probably say if they want to do it, they probably try to do it next year. But maybe it'll take 2 years. Maybe it's going to be part of a summer set or something like that. It's hard to say. Also, too, with all that said, there's also those, with Magic Fests and everything maybe starting to come back open now. There's been no plans and no announcements or anything, but they have actually... Mythic number 3 or 4, sorry, but it's only a Mind's Desire. It's not really worth anything, but Mythic nonetheless. But with local store and stuff like that beginning to reopen again, that's going to be a big thing. I think that'll drive a lot of price values up, a lot of card demand up, maybe. The competitive scene, I think, will be a lot better. After it, I think there'll be a large turnout just because everybody's been locked indoors so long and not seeing each other. Me personally, I always loved going to Magic Fest and stuff so I can hang out with my friends and so forth. Professor Onyx, very nice Mythic. Mythic number 5. But yeah, I love going to the Magic Fest to hang out with my friends from all over the world, really. I made a lot of friends traveling around playing Magic over the years, not just the ones in my local hometown. But it's always fun. It's a nice little getaway, go somewhere you normally don't go, see some sights. It's just a real good time. Speaking of which, Gencon's coming up in September. Cannot wait for that. I hope to see you all there, anybody who's watching the videos. Gencon, I think, is an amazing thing, and it's really it's like my Disney World trip every day. Every year people are like, oh, I'm going to Disneyland every year, and here's when and why, and yada, yada, yada. For me, the Disneyland, that's Gencon. It's just so many games, so much fun. All my friends are there. The gaming community is great. Just as a whole, really supportive, and I just really enjoy it. It's a really great time. So, with that said, like I mentioned before, hope to see you guys at Gencon. They have announced, for those of you who don't know, that at Gencon there won't be all-night gaming anymore because they're going to have to close down the convention center to do cleaning on a daily basis. So it's really going to limit how long you can be in the convention center. Now, that doesn't mean the hotels and stuff won't be open and so forth and so on, but like the gaming hall and stuff like that, they'll actually have to close everything down about the same time they do probably the actual exhibit hall. Nice Mythic number 6 there, the Oracle. Memory lapse, love that picture. So that's something too you can plan. That's going to really limit a lot of what people do as far as being in the convention center. They've also talked about how they're not going to get Lucas Oil because of how long it took for them to book. So that also too will hinder how much stuff gets done. They've talked about at Gencon capping the number of attendees. So that too will also make a big difference. I think the number is capped at around 30 or 40,000 as of right now. That number may vary in some way, shape, or form over the course of time. It's hard to say as things come out and rules change and so forth and so on. But that's all the information I have for Gencon right now. Other than the fact that I just can't wait to go. Really look forward to seeing all my friends. Getting back into town, to my hometown, you know, in the Indiana state where all my buddies are. Because I clearly don't live there anymore. And I do miss those special individuals. Ooh, foil shadow snarl. That's a nice rare. So that's our third foil rare. One of them even being a mystical archive. That's a really nice hit. And that opening didn't go as planned. There we go. Alright, semester end. Ooh, a Blue Sun Zenith. That's pretty nice. So we got mythic number 7. Not too shabby. Still looking for the elusive dragon from Silver Quill. Extra rare pack. Defiant Strike, and nothing. I don't remember if I showed you at this video, so I'll do a quick one in case I haven't. Like, subscribe, tell your friends and family, yada yada yada. Help support the channel. Do appreciate it. So looks like we might have a. No, I don't think that's a foil mythic or mystical back there. So a nice land, a thrill, and it's a basic foil. So the value of this box looks okay. I mean, there's a lily that's already 20 bucks. A couple of the foils might be worth a little bit. They are pretty nice. I'm really looking for that Silver Cool Dragon though. Just still eludes me. 2 packs left. And that's not the Silver Cool Dragon. Neither's that. Alright guys, last pack and we're out of here. Thanks for watching, I do appreciate it. Remember, the LGS is opening back up. Support your local game store and or vendor, whoever that may be, online or off, to help keep the sales up and giving you options on things you can buy. So there's our last pack, and it's our last mythic apparently for, that'd be mythic number 8. Not too shabby. Finish it off with a negate. Alright guys, so as always, this is your captain speaking. Thank you for your time and thanks you for listening to my rant. And as always, until next time, be kind. This is your captain speaking.